Welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Alex Napolis here with you at Zions Bank Stadium as we get ready to start the 4A Girls Soccer Championship game, as it'll be the number 1 Mountain Crest Mustangs getting ready to take on the number 3 in the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Here for the 4A crown. The Mountain Crest Mustangs in the blue with the orange trim. And they will be shooting to the left of your screen here in the first half. And it's going to be the Timpanogos Timberwolves in the all-white going to the right of your screen here in the first half. Getting the final preparations underway as we have a whistle, and we are underway in the 4A championship game. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the next 80 minutes of the beautiful game. Ball booted away by the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Over on the far sideline, Haley Hutchins giving chase. Cut out by Hahn. And here comes Barrera, who steals this one, and Barrera trying to get in behind for Mountain Crest. Ball goes out wide to Bentley Barrera. The cross comes in. The shot from Myers, and Myers puts it in. What a start by the Mustangs. The number 1 in the RPI, Miley Myers, scores right out of the gate. And under a minute played, and Mountain Crest already leads. Ball goes back to Glenn. Glenn will boot this away. Miley Myers for the Mustangs doing a phenomenal job. Her 4th goal of the season for the Mustangs. As Mountain Crest lead it 1-0. This ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for Timpanogos. Or excuse me, for the Mountain Crest Mustangs here on the near sideline. What a start by the Mustangs. Miley Myers putting the Mountain Crest Mustangs ahead 1-0. This ball played over the top. Birov trying to get on the end of it. Ball booted away by Cyril for the Timberwolves. And a throw-in coming up for Mountain Crest in the attacking third. Here on the near sideline to throw it in will be Megan Nielsen. Nielsen plays the ball into the box. Neiman was there trying to bring it in. Cleared away by the Timberwolves. Hahn trying to win it. Pokes it away. And nicely covered there by Kira Garfield to just see that one out. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs on the near sideline. Thrown it in here is Ren Jensen. Miley Myers, the goal scorer, trying to bring it in. Brings it down. Cuts back. Crosses it into the box. Goes back post. Barrero off her line. The shot from distance from Barrera. And the rebound put in. Hadley Barrera. 2 goals for the Mustangs. What a start for Mountain Crest. Double the lead with 37-10 left to play. Hadley Barrera, goal number 16 on the year. Off the rebound, 2-0. The Mustangs lead. ball back in play. What a start by the number 1 in the RPI as they lead it. Verif trying to cut back. Nielsen will boot this one away for Mountain Crest. Bagaro off for line, and Bagaro collects. Timpanogos down 2-0. They need a response. Trailing here early, 2-0. Ball brought down by Hutchins. Hutchins turns. Put away by Barrera. And a throw-in coming up for the Timpanogos Timberwolves over on the far sideline. Brought down by Hahn. Hahn looking for options. And it bouncing out over on the far sideline. Hahn throws it in for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Hutchins tries to cut inside. Nicely defended by the Mustangs. Ball goes back out to Georgia King. King will go all the way back to Bagaro. There's King. Up the sideline to Hutchins. Comes across, Garfield giving chase. Garfield can't keep that one from going out. It'll be a throw-in for the Mustangs here on the near sideline as we'll leave it for Nielsen. Megan Nielsen throws it in, tries to get it to Jensen, and now here comes Jensen. A touch into the box. That one will just go out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Ball comes out to Izzy Pierce. Plays it back to Garfield. Garfield trying to cut it back inside. Nicely defended by the Mustangs. Ren Jensen with the steal. One back by the Timberwolves with McKenna Curry. Curry plays it to Pierce. Pierce now in for Jessup. Jessup will go out wide to Georgia King. King up the sideline. Gets it to Hutchins. Hutchins brings it down. Trying to turn on Barrera. Nicely done by Bentley Barrera to force the ball out of bounds. Throw in for Timpanogos. Izzy Pierce brings it down. And now here comes the goal scorer, Hadley Barrera. Trying to get it out wide. Does. There's a touch inside by the Mustangs. Cleared away by Timpanogos. Tracking it down here is Jessup. In the middle for Hahn. That ball slips through. And Nielsen will go back to Glenn. Glenn boots this one away. And a foul called. Free kick as Izzy Pierce commits the foul. So we'll call this ball will come all the way back for the Mustangs. Free kick. As Siphonia will boot this one away. Summer Siphonia getting it on the other end. Bagaro off her line, collects. And Emily Bagaro here trying to clear it away for the Timpanogos Timberwolves as they trail 2-0. Foul called and a free kick coming up for Timpanogos. Malia Jessup to take and takes it quick. Gets it up to the near sideline for Garfield. Garfield plays one in. Brought in by Allie Strong. Strong with the heavy touch. Miley Myers trying to get it out wide to Morgan Ralphs. And instead goes out of bounds and out. That's Myers. Again, ball poked away. A throw-in coming up this time for Mountain Crest. Throw in for the Mustangs over on the far sideline. Georgia King gets a header on it. Neiman comes in. Nice turn. Gets it through. Hadley Barrera through ball. Beccaro off her line, and Beccaro boots it away. Myers trying to get the rebound. Still an opportunity now, booted away by King. Georgia King gets it out for Timpanogos. Quickly won back by the Mustangs. Schroeder brought it down, plays it out. Ross whipped in to the opposite side. Ren Jensen takes a heavy touch. Can't control as this ball goes out of bounds and out.
Timpanogos substitution number 10, Anna Gardner.
Substitution coming up for the Timberwolves as Anna Gardner checking into the game. Throw in coming up here for Timpanogos on the near sideline. Ball in by by Gardner. Brought in by Hadley Barrera. Here's Myers. Myers out wide looking for Jensen. Nicely cut out by Gardner. And that ball out of bounds and out. Throw in taken quickly by the Mustangs. Goes back to Siphonia. Summer Siphonia boots it up over the top. Gardner there, boots it away for Timpanogos. Lands at McKenna Curry. Curry takes a heavy touch. Up the sideline, deflected off of Jensen. And out of bounds and out. Thrown for the Mustangs, taken quick. Brought down Nielsen. Booted away by Hernandez. Now comes down as Izzy Pierce trying to play it back into Allie Strong. Cut out by the Mustangs. Siphonia plays it across to Bentley Barrera. And Bentley Barrera will go all the way back to Glenn. Glenn boots this one up and away. Takes a bounce. Barrera brings it down. Barrera using her speed. Barrera into the box. Keeps that one from going out, but into the hands of Emily Beccaro. As Beccaro now can clear it away for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Ball booted away. Comes down to Veroff. Veroff plays it to Neiman. Neiman trying to get it back out wide to Ren Jensen. This one will go out of bounds and out for a Timpanogos throw. Ball booted away. Allie Strong trying to track it down. Cut out by Nielsen. Hahn for Timpanogos. Comes down. Neiman for Mountain Crest. And Hutchins trying to track this one down. Nielsen goes to ground. Hutchins able to keep possession. Here comes Hallie Hutchins. Hutchins trying to get around Siphonia. Does. Hutchins still. And nicely cut out by the Mustangs. Out of bounds. Timpanogos to throw it in. Gardner gets it in. McKenna Curry brings it down. Curry looking for options. And Neiman doing a good job defensively. Ball played in. Schroeder there, boots it away. Pierce to Hutchins for Timpanogos. Back to Izzy Pierce. Pierce looking for options. Plays it in, trying to get it to Curry. Cut out by Tara Neiman. And now Malia Jessup back in possession for Timpanogos. Cuts it back, looks for support. Has to go back to Cyril. Across to Hernandez. Ball booted over the top. And Mountain Crest now trying to get on the end of it. Gardner giving chase. Barrera coming in for the Mustangs. And Gardner boots this one out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up for the Mustangs. Substitution coming up for Mountain Crest as well.
Number 19, Miriam Young. Number 33, Maddie Turnbow.
Miriam Young checking into the game. Matty Turnbow in for the Mustangs as well. Ball booted out. Gardner This one will go out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up here for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Set piece opportunity, see if they can whip one into the box. Here off the corner, it'll be Neiman to cross it in. Goes back post, headed away by the Timberwolves. And tracking it down is Hadley Barrera. Barrera goes out wide looking for Turnbow. Cleared away by King. Giving chase here is Bentley Barrera, who goes all the way back to Glenn. Glenn boots this one up and away for the Mustangs. Takes a bounce. Cyril there. Brought down by the Mustangs into the box, and Emily Baguero able to collect. Timpanogos here looking for an opportunity to boot this one away. Nicely done by Baguero, reading that one well. Ball brought down. McKenna Curry for Timpanogos. Looking for Jessup. Jessup out now to Hahn. Poke through to Hutchins. Hutchins turns. Hutchins to Strong. Nicely cut out by Syphonia. And ball booted away. Throwing for the Timberwolves over on the far sideline. Georgia King to throw it in. Lands at Jessup. Jessup will leave it for Strong. And now the Mustangs trying to come the other way. Cyril will boot this one up. Takes a bounce inside the box. Glenn off her line, and Glenn collects. Hadley Glenn, the junior goalkeeper, comes up for the Mustangs. There's a collision inside the box, and we'll have a stoppage in play, as I believe that's Hutchins, who is back on her feet. Nicely done by Hutchins, as she was trying to get to the ball inside the box. But an even better read by Glenn to deny the opportunity for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Now Timpanogos coming the other way with Cyril. Cyril leaves it for Strong. Strong takes a bounce. Hahn trying to bring it in. One back by Mountain Crest. Here's Myers, the goal scorer. Gardner will track this one down and plays it up the sideline. Intercepted by Miriam Young. Young goes to the ground with Gardner. Ball in play. Hadley Barrera trying to get into the box. This one will go out of bounds and out for the goal kick.
Substitutions for Timpanogos. Number 18.
Substitutions coming up here for both sides.
Number 9, Eleanor Kessler. Into the Mountain Crest lineup, number 25, Claire McBride.
Claire McBride checking in for Mountain Crest. Haven Carter into the game for Timpanogos, as well as Madison Cyril. Here's McBride getting her first action since checking in, trying to get around Hahn. Hahn does a good job to win it back for Timpanogos. Ball played back to Hernandez. Hernandez goes out wide to King. King up the sideline. King tries to play one through. Jessup was over on that far sideline. Now giving chase here is Carter, as that one will go out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. The number 1 in the RPI leads it 2-0 over Timpanogos. Still early-ish here in the first half. 22:45 left to go. It's Miley Myers and Hadley Barrera scoring for the Mustangs. Timpanogos back on the ball. Hernandez gets it back to King. King up the sideline to Madison Cyril, who plays it in for, now it's Madison Cyril on the ball. Does a good job to get around two. Cyril, the cross comes in, takes a deflection, and goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves, and taken quickly. Jessup cuts it back towards the side, towards the end line, into the box. The cross comes in front of goal, takes the shot, and Glenn comes up with the ball. Hadley Glenn doing a good job covering that near post and denies the opportunity for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Good heads-up play by Timpanogos to play it in quickly off the corner, trying to catch the Mustangs. Now the Mustangs here on the other end with Barrera. Barrera filters one through to Vera. Cyril comes across, boots this one away. Jessup lets it bounce. Jessup coming from an offside position. The flag raised here on the near side. And a whistle. Free kick coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. And an opportunity here to boot this one up. Syphonia. Dangerous ball played in towards the top of the 18. Cleared away by Timpanogos. Nilsson gets on the end of it, puts it back into the mix for the Mustangs. Here's Schroeder tracking it down. Schroeder goes out wide looking for McBride. And that one can't connect. We'll go out of bounds and out. A throw-in for the Timpanogos Timberwolves over on the far sideline. Ball played in. Quickly won back by the Mustangs. Ball floated in. Baguero off for line, and Baguero is able to collect. Could have been dangerous. Had a big bounce, but Emily Baguero reads that one well and clears this one away for the Timberwolves. Here's King. King up the sideline. Looking to play to Jessup. Bentley Barrera comes across. Gets a foot on it. Mountain Crest back in possession. Ball over the top. Cleared away by Hernandez. And now Haven Carter trying to get to it. Syphonia boots this away for the Mustangs. McKenna Curry wins it back. Curry to the sideline for Hahn. Hahn cuts inside, looking for options. Gets it to Carter. Carter goes out to King. King playing it to Cyril. Cyril looking to play it up the sideline for Jessup. Jessup nicely defended by Maddie Turnbow as Turnbow gets this one away. Out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Malia Jessup to take the corner for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Over on the far sideline, ball whipped in, punched away by Glenn. Mustangs now coming the other way. This one could be dangerous on a quick counter. Here comes Vera. Ball given away. Gardner goes back to Cyril. Out wide to King. King to Carter. Carter back to King. King up the sideline. Crosses it in. Looking for Carter as that one goes out of bounds and out. Excuse me, that was Haslam on the ball. Ball goes out of bounds and out. Now in for Carter. Carter bringing it down. Takes a touch. Supports herself with King. King carries for Timpanogos. Out wide. Nice step and cut out by the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Here comes an opportunity going the other way with Miriam Young on the counterattack. Young into the box. Slows it down, waits for people to arrive. The cross comes in. Booted away by Gardner at the near post. Giving chase here is Carter. Carter brings it down. Carter in for Haslam. Haslam losing out possession is Timpanogos only momentarily. They win it back. Maddie Turnbow with a nice touch, brought down by Virif. looking to get it to Schroeder. And now Timpanogos ball with Malia Jessup over on the far sideline. Jessup cuts inside. Jessup to Carter. Carter back to Malia Jessup. Jessup trying to get around one. Nicely defended by Miriam Young. Mustangs back in possession. Gardner now for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Gardner directing traffic. Plays it to Carter. Bentley Barrera comes across, boots this one out, and it will be a throw-in coming up for the Timpanogos Timberwolves over on that far sideline. Substitution getting ready for both sides. Put it away by the Mustangs. Barrera lets it bounce. And Hadley Barrera giving chase, poked away by Gardner, as Gardner is able to get enough on it to get that one out of bounds and out. Here come the substitutions for both sides. Tara Neiman back into the game. Ren Jensen back into the game. And Morgan Ralphs all back into the game for the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
Substitution number 12, Haley Hutchins.
Haley Hutchins in for the Timberwolves. Ball whipped in. Takes a bounce. Hernandez doesn't get the cleanest of touches on the ball, but Emily Beguero doing a good job to come off her line and collect. Here comes McKenna Curry. Curry turns. Tries to get it up to Carter. Giving chase now is Hutchins. That ball will go all the way back to Hadley Glenn, who boots it away. Nice turn by Haven Carter. Looking to get it to Hutchins. This one will go out of bounds and out. A goal kick coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. 15-10 left to go here in the first half, and the Mountain Crest Mustangs up 2-0 thanks to two early goals. One from Miley Myers and the other one coming from Hadley Barrera. Nice cutback by Carter. Carter plays it to Hahn. Hahn to Carter. Ball given away. Barrera going the other way. Barrera turns, waits for support to arrive, leaves it for Myers. Now up the far sideline. Ball booted away by Georgia King. And King, with a little push in the back, will get called for the foul and a free kick coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Ball whipped into the box, goes near post. Beguero punches this away. Haslam also there. Haslam and Beguero collide. And Beguero down after the collision. And immediately the Timpanogos Timberwolves staff running on to take a look at Emily Beguero. We have a stoppage in play. 13:53 left to go here in the first half as the training staff in to take a look at Emily Beguero. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Good to see Emily Beguero back on her feet. Looks like she'll be able to carry on. However, because the training staff did have to come on to take a look at Beguero, obviously the player has to come off the field. So right now in goal
In the game for Timpanogos
is
number 0, Winnie Buffington.
Winnie Buffington. So Buffington will head back out to the sideline. Checking back in is Emily Beguero. Again, good to see Beguero doing well and able to continue for the Timpanogos Timberwolves sides after a collision This ball booted away, comes down to Jensen for the Mustangs.
Also into the Timpanogos lineup, number 18, Madison Cyril.
Madison Cyril also back into the game. Ball goes out wide. Cut out by the Mustangs. Here comes the Timberwolves now onto the attack with Jessup. Jessup trying to play one in. That one will just flow through, go into the hands of Hadley Glenn. As Glenn will boot this one out and away. Hadley Barrera trying to bring that one down. Barrera. Hahn. Barrera does a good job to get it out to Jensen. Ren Jensen crosses it in. Poked away by Cyril. Now here's Haslam. Haslam trying to turn. That ball goes out of bounds and out. Mustangs throw coming up here on the near sideline. Prior to substitution for the Mountain Crest Mustangs as Caitlin Williams checking in.
Number 5, Caitlin Williams.
Off comes Madison Viroff. Ball played in. And booted away by Cyril. Throw-in coming up here for the Mustangs in the attacking third. Jensen looking to play this one in. Falls to Gardner as Gardner gets a foot on it to boot it away. Another throw-in coming up for, this time for Timpanogos, as Gardner throws it in. Haslam turns out of bounds once again. This time Mountain Crest will get the throw-in. Nielsen throwing it in for the Mustangs. Barrera, it was there, cleared away by the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Hutchins turns, and one back by Neiman. King now for Timpanogos, trying to get it up to Jessup. Jessup with the heavy touch, able to bring it in. Into McKenna Curry. Curry losing out possession. Here's Barrera. Barrera cuts out, and now Barrera trying to cut back inside. What a defensive effort there by Cyril as that ball played in, booted away. Mustangs trying to keep the ball into the attacking third. Georgia King for the Timberwolves boots this one away. Nice defensive stop by Georgia King. Mustangs back in possession. King now boots it away. Nilsson tracking it down is Ren Jensen against Hahn up the sideline. Booted out. Throw in Timpanogos.
Substitutions for Timpanogos. Number 2, Izzy Pierce.
Izzy Pierce back into the game, as well as Allie Strong for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. With 9:08 left to go, Mountain Crest up 2-0. Here's Williams to Jensen, crosses it in, and Emily Baguero able to collect for the Timberwolves at her near post, gets it out. Georgia King up the far sideline. King carries with time and space, trying to float one in. Sophonia comes across and clears this one away. Took the initial deflection off of Allie Strong. Sophonia does a good job to come up with another defensive clearance. Brought in by Jessup for Timpanogos. Jessup cuts inside, looks for support. The cross comes in. Down to Izzy Pierce. Pierce can't get the shot off. Glenn comes up and out into the hands of Hadley Glenn. Izzy Pierce had it in front of goal, couldn't get the shot off as she was pressured by Glenn, and ultimately the ball ends up into the hands of Hadley. Glenn comes up huge for the Mustangs. McKenna Curry winning it back for Timpanogos. Now carried by Jessup. Or excuse me, that was Madison Cyril trying to play one in. That one goes straight into the hands and safely cleared away by Hadley Glenn. Now it's Pierce. Pierce leaving it for Strong. Takes a deflection. Strong giving chase. Strong trying to take it up the sideline, but a heavy touch as this one goes out of bounds and out. Ball booted away by Syphonia. Barrera plays it in behind with their head. Williams giving chase. Cleared away by Gardner. As Gardner Barrera is called for the foul. Gardner is fouled. And a free kick coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Cyril to boot this one away. Looking in the direction of King. King brings it down. Handball. No, we play on. Looked like a handball from up here, but we play on as Georgia Keene cuts inside, looks for options. Barrera brings it down. Stolen by Curry. Quickly won back by Barrera. Now Hadley Barrera with time and space. Brings it up for the Mustangs. Goes out wide to Ralphs. Ralphs does a good job to keep that one in. Ralphs cuts back to Williams. Williams to Neiman. Neiman trying to get the shot off. Jessup clears this one away, and Jessup takes a foul here as Tara Neiman just late to the ball. Free kick coming up here for the Mustangs. 5:30 left to go in the first. The Mountain Crest Mustangs, the number one in the RPI, up 2-0 thanks to an early goal by Miley Myers and an early goal by Hadley Barrera. Jensen trying to get this up the sideline. Gardner will just see this one go out of bounds and out. A throw-in coming up here for Gardner and the Timberwolves looking for options. That ball given away. Brought down by Myers. Myers up the sideline. Gardner gets this one out. Throw-in coming up once more for the Mustangs. Nielsen into Barrera. Barrera trying to get that one back over the top. It'll go out of bounds and out. Prior to a substitution in the offing for the Timpanogos Timberwolves as Hutchins heads to the bench for a breather. Yuna Han into the game for the Timberwolves. Ball played in. Han brings it down. Stolen. Given away. Here comes Jensen. Barrera. Ball booted away by the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Bentley Barrera covers, and Bentley Barrera boots that ball out of bounds and out. A throw-in for the Timpanogos Timberwolves on the far sideline. Brought in by Jessup. Jessup turns, steps on the ball, gets it back in the middle for Cyril. Cyril out wide to Gardner. Gardner tried to cross it in. Nicely defended by Megan Nielsen to rush the cross in from Gardner as that one goes out of bounds and out for a goal kick. Comes off of Strong, recovered by Jensen. Jensen up the sideline. Jensen with time and space. Jensen into the attacking third. Ren Jensen against Strong. The cross comes in. Strong comes across. Takes the deflection as it goes out of bounds and out. A corner kick coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. What a run by Ren Jensen up the near sideline. Corner kick and a set-piece opportunity coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs to try to extend the lead prior to the halftime break. 2:35 left to go. The cross from Myers comes in, goes into the mix. Baguero punches this one away. Nilsson tries to get it back into the mix. Baguero there collects. Emily Baguero boots this one out for Timpanogos as Bentley Barrera tries to come across and win it. Throw in Timberwolves. And a foul called. Free kick coming up for the Mustangs. 1:55 left to go. Free kick here for the number one in the RPI who leads it 1-0. Saphonia to boot this one away off the free kick. Goes over the top. Headed away by the Timberwolves. I believe that was Cyril who got there with the header. Saphonia now. Gardner gets a touch. Into the box. It's Williams. Georgia King doing a good job to get that one out. Back in for the Mustangs. Georgia King now boots it away. Throw in for Timpanogos over on the far sideline. Back out of bounds. Another throw in for the Timberwolves. Brought down by Strong. Strong will leave it for Jessup. Jessup comes back into Madison Cyril. Cyril with time and space. Carries all by herself. Cyril keeps possession. Myers gets a touch. Now Hahn giving chase. Hahn does a good job to keep that one from going out of bounds. But it'll go back to Glenn. Glenn boosts this one away. 14 seconds left. Gardner lets this one bounce. Gardner kicks this one out.
6, 5.
And that'll do it here for the first half in the 4A state championship game between the number one Mountain Crest and the number 3 Timpanogos. It is a 2-0 lead for the Mustangs as we head to the halftime break. Goal from Miley Myers early in the first half. A goal from Hadley Barrera early in the first half as well. And that is the difference as we head to the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. Second half action when we return here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. I'm Alex Napolis. Zions Bank Stadium is the place as we get ready to kick off the second half of the 4A Girls Soccer Championship game between the number 1 Mountain Crest Mustangs and the number 3 Timpanogos Timberwolves. It is the Mustangs who lead it 2-0 as we start the second half behind goals from Miley Myers and Hadley Barrera. Barrera trying to poke that one away. Timpanogos here in possession. Can the Timberwolves find a goal here in the early goings of the second half and pull one back? Cleared away by the Mustangs. Comes out to McKenna Curry. Curry gets it to Strong. Strong into Hutchins. Hutchins trying to get around the defense, and Barrera boots this one away. Nicely done by the Mustangs defensively as Georgia King will play this one in. Cut back. into Izzy Pierce. Pierce looking for Jessup and takes a bounce. McKenna Curry brings it down for Timpanogos. That ball booted away. Jessup trying to win it back. And a foul called. Free kick coming up here for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Ball booted into the box, goes near post, saved by Glenn. Still an opportunity, and cleared away by the Mustangs, but Hadley Glenn coming up big for the Mustangs to hold on to this 2-0 lead. Timpanogos knocking here in the early goings of the second half. Myers gets it up to Schroeder. Schroeder up the far sideline in the direction of Jensen. Now Jensen plays it into Madison Viruff, and that ball cleared away. Timpanogos Timberwolves with the ball. Trying to get it to Hutchins. Siphonia comes across and covers defensively. Siphonia will go all the way back to her goalkeeper, and Glenn boots this one up and away. Brought down by Izzy Pierce. Pierce again trying to poke one through. McKenna Curry for Timpanogos. Plays it to King. King up to Strong. Strong back looking for Hahn. Nicely defended by Bentley Barrera to clear this one away. Throw in for the Timberwolves here on the near sideline. Ball in. Comes out to George. Or excuse me, to King. And now Jessup trying to get on the end of it. Siphonia doing a great job defensively. Cut back by Garfield. Garfield gets it to Hutchins. Now it's Garfield. Ball poked out. And a throw-in coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves in the attacking third. Garfield over on the far sideline to take the throw-in. Ball played in. Lands at McKenna Curry. Curry plays it into the box. Cleared away by Siphonia. And now here comes Barrera going the other way. Hadley Barrera against Hernandez. Cuts back and trips over the ball. Nicely defended by Hernandez to force that one away. Now it's Bentley Barrera. Up the sideline, cuts inside. Booted away by Georgia King. And out of bounds and out, a throw-in coming up here for the Mustangs. Ball played in by Ralphs. Brought down by Neiman trying to get on the end of it. Hahn will just clear this one out. A throw-in coming up here for the Mustangs. It'll be Morgan Ralphs to throw it in. Brought down by Bentley Barrera. Trying to get it to Hadley. Myers to Viruff to Hadley. Booted away by Hernandez. Battling out for possession over on the far side, it's Izzy Pierce. Pierce gets it to Jessup. Jessup brings it down for Timpanogos. Supports herself back. And now up to Izzy Pierce. Pierce trying to get it back out to Jessup. Jessup goes to ground. Nicely won back by the Mustangs. Now giving chase is Ralphs. Poked away by Georgia King. It'll go out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up for the Mustangs on the near sideline. As Hadley Barrera cuts back. Up the sideline, looking for Bentley. Hernandez comes across, kicks this one out. And a throw-in coming up here for the Mustangs on the near sideline. It'll be Ralphs to throw it in. Brought down by Neiman. Myers crosses it in, takes a deflection. Curry clears it out. And Timpanogos again have to defend off the throw-in for the Mustangs. As Myers to Ralphs. Ralphs crosses it in. Vera brings it down. Barrera in the box. Hadley Barrera with the shot. And Barrera with the goal. That's a brace. It's 2 for Hadley Barrera. And the Mustangs take a 3-0 lead.
Goal, Mountain Crest, number 24, Hadley Barrera.
Hadley Barrera with goal number 2 of the afternoon. Goal number 17 on the year, and the Mustangs in control in the second half. 33-30 left to go in the 4A championship game. Ball back to Jessup. Jessup will go all the way back to her goalkeeper in Baguero. Syphonia cuts it out. The Mustangs, ball played over the top. Hernandez is there, heads it away. And McKenna Curry goes to ground. Ball went back by the Mustangs. Georgia King there boots this one up. Lands at Strong. Allie Strong with a nice turn. Strong gets it to Hutchins. Hutchins defended by Syphonia. Syphonia doing a good job to force Hutchins back outside. Ball poked away as it goes out of bounds and out. A throw-in for the Timberwolves here on the near side. Played quickly to King. Georgia King taking a shot from distance as it goes over the bar and out for the goal kick. (32-10) left to go here in the second half. 2 goals from Hadley Barrera and 1 early from Miley Myers is the difference so far. The Mountain Crest Mustangs, the number 1 in the RPI, holding this 3-0 lead over the Timpanogos Timberwolves in the 4A championship game. Bentley Barrera will just boot this one out and away. Throw in coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves on the near sideline. Ball played in. Takes a bounce over Strong. Hallie Strong trying to get to it. McKenna Curry now for the Timberwolves. Ball given away. Here comes Barrera. Ball over the top. Georgia King will have to go all the way back to Baguero. Baguero takes a touch. Baguero plays it to Cyril. Cyril to Curry. Curry goes out wide to Garfield. Garfield's in the middle now for Jessup. Jessup with a nice turn in the middle of the park. Given away. Here's Tara Neiman coming across, winning it back only momentarily. The Timberwolves trying to get back in possession with Hutchins. Syphonia doing a good job defensively as Syphonia comes up with the interception. Now on the other end, it's Madison Viruf. Viruf pokes it through. Ralphs into the box. Ralphs cuts it back. Nicely defended by Hahn. And Hahn boots this one up for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Out of bounds and out on the near sideline. Throw-in coming up for the Mustangs. It'll be Morgan Ralph to take. Ralphs gets it in. Defended by Schroeder. Schroeder gets it back to Bentley Barrera. And Bentley Barrera has to boot this one out and away. Substitutions coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Gardner into the game. Haslam into the game. Madison Cyril into the game. And Haven Carter into the game.
Number 18, Madison Cyril.
Haslam. Ball booted away. Lands at Georgia King. King trying to get it back to Haslam. And now Raylan Cyril plays it out wide to Gardner. Gardner up the sideline. Takes a heavy touch. Can't keep that one from going out of bounds. And that will be a throw-in for the Mustangs over on that far sideline. Substitution for Mountain Crest as well as Miriam Young back into the game. Cyril here for Timpanogos. That ball goes out of bounds and out. Throw-in coming up here for the Mustangs. Miriam Young to throw it in. Leaves it for Hadley Barrera. In for Myers. Barrera does a good job to keep possession here for the Mustangs as Barrera pokes it through to Viraf. Viraf to Neiman. Neiman into the box for Young. Young taking a shot. Saved by Baguero. And now Timpanogos coming the other way. McKenna Curry with time and space. Curry trying to get it to Jessup. And Siphonia doing a good job defensively to win that one back. So it goes out wide to King. King can't keep it in. A throw-in now for the Mustangs. Ball comes out to Miriam Young. Hahn with the header. Now it's Hadley Barrera up the sideline. Hahn pokes it out. Throw in here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves as Georgia King gets it back in play. Miriam Young with the header. Mustangs in possession. Jessup trying to steal that one. Does. Madison Cyril ends up with it. Haven Carter. Carter gets it to Jessup. Jessup step over. Looking for options. Goes out wide to Gardner. As that one goes out of bounds and out. Throw in here for the Timberwolves on that far sideline. Gardner plays it back to Cyril. Cyril into the middle for Curry. One back by the Mustangs. Only momentarily. Curry doing a good job to keep possession for Timpanogos. Ball goes out wide. Carter giving chase. Carter up the sideline and forced out of bounds. Good defensive step as that ball goes out, and a throw-in coming up here. Ball went back by the Timberwolves. And now Bentley Barrera with time and space carries in possession for Mountain Crest. That ball will go safely through and into the hands of Baguero. Plays it short to Hernandez. Hernandez out to King. King around Miriam Young. King. Sarah Neiman does a good job to try to cut that one out. Ultimately, a foul called and a free kick coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. We'll have a stoppage in play for Hahn to tie the shoe. Free kick here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Cyril to take. Cyril floats one into the box. Headed away by the Mustangs. Believe that was Hadley Barrera who got the header. And now on the near sideline goes out of bounds. Throw in here for the Mustangs. And we'll have a change as it's Timpanogos throw over Siphonia. Carter trying to get on the end of it. Booted away. Hadley Barrera brings it in. Haslam crashing on that one. One back by the Timberwolves. Here's Curry. Curry with the shot from distance. Off the post. Siphonia with the defensive clearance. Still inside the box. Jessup takes the shot. And it goes out of bounds. But how about the shot from McKenna Curry? Comes crashing off of Hadley Glenn's post. And that ball booted away off the goal kick. Won back quickly by the Timberwolves. King goes to ground against Neiman. And a foul called. A stoppage in play. And a yellow card caution issued here to Tara Neiman.
Your attention, please. A yellow card has been assessed against number 10, Tara Neiman of Mountain Crest, replaced by number 25, Claire McBride.
Claire McBride checks into the game for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Neiman shown a yellow card. And a free kick coming up here. Cyril will look to play this one in. Rayleigh Cyril floats one in, back post. Glenn off her line, collects. Nicely done by the Mountain Crest goalkeeper here in Hadley Glenn. To read that one off her line, collects and clears this one away for the Mustangs. Ball takes a bounce, and King will see that one go out of bounds. King here to throw it in. Hahn gets a foot on it. Out of bounds and out once more. A throw-in coming up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. The number one in the RPI up 3-0 in this one. And a bad throw-in. We'll try this one again. This time for the Timpanogos Timberwolves as Georgia King throws it in. McBride tries to bring that one in. One back by Carter. Poked away by the Mustangs. Here comes Mountain Crest now with Miriam Young. Young against Jessup. That one goes out of bounds and out. Timpanogos throw. Jessup. Takes a bounce. Out of bounds and out. King with a header. Georgia King does a good job to keep possession here for Timpanogos. And now Myers comes up. That ball going over to the far sideline. Giving chase here is Haslam. Nicely shielded by Nielsen as that one goes out of bounds and out. Throw in for the Mountain Crest Mustangs over on the far sideline. Throw in again for Nielsen. Nielsen plays it in. Throw in coming up again for Mountain Crest. Substitution for the Mustangs. Miriam Young heading to the bench for a breather. Into the game, number 33, Matty Turnbow. Mountain Crest throw. Nielsen gets it in. Put it away by Cyril. Viroff. Cut out by the Timberwolves. Jessup. Jessup looking for options. Jessup switches it over to the other side for Gardner. Nice switch of play here as Gardner takes it up the sideline. And defended by Ren Jensen. Forces Gardner out of bounds. Throw-in coming up here for the Mustangs. On the far sideline, ball back in play. Syphonia boots this one up. Schroeder gets a foot on it, brought down by Myers. Myers trying to get it to the sideline for Turnbow. Turnbow giving chase, batted away by Haven Carter. Turnbow takes it quick. Barrera. And a foul called. Free kick as Hadley Barrera commits the foul. Foul here for the Timberwolves. Cyril to boot this one away. Keeps it short for Hernandez. Hernandez plays it into Curry. Nice step by McBride. And now Barrera trying to get on the end of it. Cleared away by Cyril. McBride with the header, bringing it down for the Mustangs. Goes out wide. Matty Turnbow running off of it and safely off her line and into the hands of Emily Baguero for the Timberwolves. One back possession here, the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Ball played out to Gardner. Gardner taking it up the sideline. And that ball goes out of bounds and out, throwing for the Mustangs over on the far side. 18.
Substitutions for Timpanogos. Number 2 is in Crest.
18:26 left to go here in the second half. 3-0 lead for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Mass substitutions
Number 10.
coming up. It's Hadley Barrera. Plays it to Neiman. Neiman trying to get through King. King comes across, makes the challenge. King booted away. And Jessup winning it back for Timpanogos. That ball goes back to Hernandez. Ball booted away. Jessup brings it in. Turnbow trying to take it off of Jessup. Jessup will go back to King. Here comes King. King trying to play it up the sideline. Can't connect with Hutchins as this one goes out of bounds. Matty Turnbow here to throw it in for the Mustangs. Foul called and a free kick. Coming up here for the Mustangs as Georgia King called for the foul. Syphonia standing over it to take here for Mountain Crest. Summer Syphonia whips it into the box, takes a bounce. No one at the back post to crash into it as it goes out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up here for the Timpanogos Timberwolves as Baguero plays it short to Cyril. Cyril in the middle for McKenna Curry. Curry turns, gets it up, heavy touch. Izzy Pierce somehow gets to Hutchins. Nicely defended by Syphonia, who pokes this one away. Jessup can't haul that one in. It goes out of bounds and out for a Mustangs throw. Substitution coming up here for the Mustangs as Morgan Ralphs checks in. Off comes number 33, Matty Turnbow. Ball played in by Nielsen. Garfield commits the foul over on the far sideline. A free kick coming up here for the Mustangs. Summer Symphonia heading over to take. Ball booted in. Comes down to Izzy Pierce. Going the other way for the Timberwolves, it's Izzy Pierce. And one back by the Mustangs. Another foul called. And a free kick coming up here for the Mustangs. Symphonia again to take the free kick. Symphonia boots this one up. McBride trying to get on the end of it. Myers into the box. Verif looking for options. Plays it in. Barrera at the top of the 18. Booted away by Jessup. Takes a deflection. Garfield giving chase. McBride also trying to get to it. Garfield doing a good job keeping possession for the Timberwolves. And now Ralphs to Neiman. Neiman taking a shot and defended by Curry. Deflected off and a corner kick coming up for the Mustangs. 13:35 left to go here in the second half. Mountain Crest leads at 3-0 as we have a whistle, and now the corner played in, goes near post. And Ralph's trying to get onto the end of it. Substitutions coming up as Garfield heading to the bench for a breather. Gardner back into the game for the Timberwolves. And a goal kick coming up here for Timpanogos.
Timpanogos, number 10, Anna Gardner.
Goal kick taken short to Hernandez. Hernandez plays it to the near sideline for for King. And that ball goes out of bounds and out. Throwing for Timpanogos to Georgia. King will take the throw. Substitutions prior to as Malia Jessup will head to the bench for a breather. Hahn into the game. Ball played in. Hahn brings it down. Booted away by Schroeder. Now it's Curry. Neiman trying to win it back. Myers for the Mustangs. Myers has options. King comes across. King tries to get it out. King boots this one away. Throw in coming up now for the Mustangs here on the near side. Morgan Ralphs to throw it in. 12 minutes left to go. 12 minutes for the Mustangs as they look to hold up state championship number 4. Ball booted away. Hahn for the Timberwolves. Trying to play it up the sideline. Izzy Pierce looking to bring it down. Izzy Pierce does. Pierce trying to get around Nielsen. Nicely defended. Played back by Gardner. Gardner whipping it into the box. And Tara Neiman boots this one away. Lands at Gardner. Gardner up the sideline for Pierce. Pierce crosses it in. Booted away by Schroeder. And a throw-in coming up for the Timpanogos Timberwolves over on the far sideline. Played in, brought down by Hutchins. Hutchins trying to play it into the box. Hutchins still on the ball. Hutchins, and nicely defended by Symphonia, who forces that one out. A corner kick coming up here for Timpanogos.
Fans, a reminder to you to remain off of the field following tonight's game. Please do not come onto the field. Thank you.
Corner kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Over on that far sideline. Two standing over. We'll see if they decide to take it short, if they whip it into the box. This one will be whipped in near post. And takes a deflection. Gardner trying to put it in. And the shot goes wide. Close opportunity here for the Timberwolves. That one goes out of bounds and out. Goal kick coming up. And substitutions coming in for both sides. Izzy Pierce checking out. Jessup back into the game. Brooklyn Fritz checking in for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. That ball comes out to Strong. Cyril. Curry. Curry turns. Curry trying to poke one through. Nicely defended again by Mountain Crest. Ball booted away by Myers. Giving chase here is Virov. Gardner has to clear this one away. A throw-in coming up for the Mustangs over on the far sideline. Substitutions coming in here for the Mustangs as Kira Garza checks into the game, as well as Macy Buse. Madison Virov and Myers come off. Haslam into the game for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. That ball goes out of bounds over on the far sideline, thrown by the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Gardner plays it in. Jessup looking to let it bounce, brings it in against Nielsen. Jessup turns, gets inside. Jessup up the sideline. Now looking for options. Haslam giving chase. Syphonia comes across, cuts this one out as a foul called. And a free kick coming up here for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. 8 minutes left to go in the second. 8 minutes away from the Mustangs becoming the new 4A champions unless Timpanogos can pull something back. Here comes King. Georgia King cuts back, cuts inside, crosses it in. Allie Strong was there. Jessup at the top of the 18 gets it back in. Defended well by the Mustangs and cleared away by the Mustangs. That was Nielsen on the defensive clearance. Ball here on the near sideline. Throw in for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Ball booted away as it goes out of bounds and out for the throw. Substitutions coming up for Timpanogos as Izzy Pierce checks back into the game. Haley Hutchins checking in as well. Throw in for Timpanogos. King trying to get it into Hutchins. Hahn boots this one. One back by the Mustangs. Here's Garza. Garza goes to ground. Cyril. Into Curry. Now Hutchins doing a good job to keep it over on that far sideline. Hutchins crosses it in and into the hands of Hadley Glenn. Glenn does a good job to read that cross coming in from Hutchins. Glenn collects and boots this one away for the Mustangs. King comes across. Hahn brings it down. Hahn carries in the middle of the park for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Hahn still on the ball. Still Hahn. Hahn can cross it in. Does. Ball whipped in. And Glenn off her line collects. And Glenn here can boot this one away for Mountain Crest. King brings it in. Nice step by Syphonia. Cyril trying to bring that one down. Hahn gets it through. Syphonia with the header. Ball back with the Mustangs. Barrera trying to get on the end of it. Georgia King comes across, and Barrera does a good job to keep possession. Bentley Barrera now giving chase. We'll go back to Syphonia, and Syphonia boots this one away. Throw-in coming up for the Timberwolves. Played into Curry. Curry looking for Hutchins. Giving chase is Nielsen, who Nielsen pokes this one away. Out of bounds and out. Timpanogos throw. Ball played in. Comes down to Cyril. Cyril plays it to Hutchins. Hutchins to Pierce. Poked away and out by the Mustangs. Substitutions coming up here for both sides. Miley Myers back into the game. Morgan Ralphs back into the game. And Madison Vera into the game. Allie Strong back into the game. And Miley Miller checks in for the Timpanogos Timberwolves.
Number 16, Morgan Ralphs. Number 28, Madison Vera.
Out of bounds and out once more. A throw-in coming up over on that far sideline for the Timberwolves. Out of bounds. Throw-in for Timpanogos again. Ball played in. Looking for Haslam. Headed away by Syphonia. Brought in by Hutchins. Hutchins trying to shield that one from going out. And it will go out. Poked away by the Mustangs. A corner kick coming up here by the by the Timberwolves. The ball crossed in. Ball played in. Takes a bounce and in. And a goal for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Might have been Gardner who got the last touch. But Timpanogos pull one back.
Mountain Crest 3 and Timpanogos 1.
Timpanogos pull one back and makes it 3-1. Ball back in play. The Mustangs here. Barrera boots this one up. 3:30 left to go in the second half. Ball takes a bounce. Nielsen brought down by Verov. And ball booted away by Schroeder. Takes a bounce. Baguero collects. And Emily Baguero boots this one away. Timpanogos comes away with the ball. One back by the Mustangs. Here's Barrera. Barrera gets past Hernandez. Barrera takes the shot. Saved by Baguero. And cleared away by the Timberwolves. Here comes Curry. Curry plays it to Hutchins. Hutchins up the far sideline. Hutchins against Nielsen. Hutchins gets past Nielsen. The cross comes in. Nielsen pokes it out. And a corner kick coming up again for the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Does Timpanogos have another goal in them? Ball whipped in near post. And that one cleared away by the Mustangs. Madison Verov gets on the end of it. Verov up the sideline. Verov taking it towards the corner against Hernandez. Cuts inside into the box. Settles it for Myers. Myers with the shot. And it goes wide. Good first time effort by Miley Myers. And that one goes wide of the post, booted away. Timpanogos can clear. Verov wins it back. Vera for the Mustangs. Booted away by Georgia King. Strong brings it down. And now it's Hahn. Hahn. That ball comes back the other way. With 1:05 left to go here in the second half. Syphonia will clear. Throw-in coming up for the Timberwolves. Haslam will throw it in. Haslam gets it to Hutchins. Hutchins brings it down. Hutchins looking for options. Intercepted by the Mustangs. Cleared away. Throw in again for the Timberwolves. Barrera gets a header on it. Jessup brings it down. Jessup cuts back. Still Jessup. And ball booted away by the Mustangs with 15 seconds left. Throw in. The countdown. Ball in. Jessup brings it down. Ball booted up. The header from Schroeder out of bounds. And that'll do it. The number one in the RPI, the Mountain Crest Mustangs, have done it. Mountain Crest are your 4A state champions. Championship number 4 for the Mustangs and the first since 2022. And the number one in the RPI prevailed 3-1 the final score thanks to goals from Miley Myers and 2 from Hadley Varela. The Mountain Crest Mustangs sit at the top of Region 4. Teams now head into the center circle for the handshakes. The Mountain Crest Mustangs will improve to 19-1 on the season, while the Timpanogos Timberwolves will fall to 15-3. And for the Timpanogos Timberwolves, it's been a good season, but they fall short as they fall 3-1 here in the championship game. Timpanogos here will take second place. The Mustangs will hold up the first place trophy. Here comes the trophy presentation. First, it will be the second place trophy presented to the Timpanogos Timberwolves.
With the second place award in the state 4A tournament to the Timpanogos Timberwolves.
And again, a hard-fought battle by the Timberwolves. And they fall short.
And now,
and they will hold that second place trophy. Now we head back to the center circle for the Mustangs.
The state championship trophy to the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
There's the trophy. And the Mountain Crest Mustangs are your 4A state champions. Championship number 4 for the Mustangs.
For assistance in hosting the championships. Once again, everyone, please remain off the field.
That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann and Associates. I'm Alex Napolis. A big shout out to Vince Francis on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. What a day it has been of non-stop end-to-end action here on KSLSports.com. We have a 5A champion in the Olympus Titans, a 6A champion in the Lone Peak Knights, and now your 4A champion in the Mountain Crest Mustangs. More action coming your way tomorrow as the 3A and 2A champions will be crowned. That is here at Zions Bank Stadium. Girls soccer action tomorrow here on KSLSports.com.